You'd think cutting a sentiment strip would be easy. Well, you would be wrong. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're joining me here today. Today I have two cards I want to show you, possibly a new technique before. I don't know if you've ever seen this on a card anyway. I haven't. I call it scaled ombre card. Yeah, the name needs work. Anyway, I actually saw this on a nail art account, and I thought, that could be replicated on a card. And so here we are. So I'm taking two colors, one darker and one lighter. And the trick to this is pulling the lighter color a lot further down than you think you would, and then adding your mask on top. And I do not know why I have a piece of painter's tape on my left hand, but we'll just go with it. And so what you want to do after you add your mask is just repeat the process you did before for your base. You just add the same colors and sort of move this pattern down. As you can see there, I need to pull the lighter color down further in order for this to have the effect that is intended. An important note to mention here is that you want to use really good cardstock for this, because there's going to be a lot of ink that's going to be moving around on your paper. And so you want a nice paper that blends easily and can hold a lot of ink. I'll have my link to the paper I used down below. And so as you can see here, I'm holding down the mask because it's peeling up at the ends there. And for some reason, I don't want to get another piece of masking tape. Actually, I do know the reason. It's because I am a crafty cheapskate, and this tape, to me, is expensive. Expensive for what it does anyway. And so I am hell-bent on using this piece of tape over and over again until I'm done with it. And I'm trying to blend out my fingerprint on the corner there. So I have now run out of room and run out of tape stickiness, and I thought, I have all the supplies out anyway, let's make a second card. This time I decided to switch up the color as well as switch up the direction of the tape. Sorry for the jumpiness of this video. I'm still new to recording and video editing, but it gets better, I promise. And so here I'm still just pulling down the light color, and I decided on only two shuffles. So I have a time-saving trick for those of you who have stamp sets similar to this with lots of sentiments. So I love using, these smaller sentiments on cards as either the main sentiment or the sub-sentiment. And to save time, I actually treat it as if it was a background stamp. So I'm Versamarking the whole back of this stamp set, not removing it from that backing at all. I, put it down on some black cardstock. I usually do white embossing powder over black cardstock. You can do this with any color combinations you want, but that's the one I generally use. I might do this again later off camera, and I'm going to do it in clear embossing powder over white cardstock. That way, if I need a certain color paper, I can just ink blend over it, and my sentiment strip will match my color scheme exactly. And so, this is such a time saver for me doing this process, maybe a few times. And, look how many sentiments are on there. I cannot talk today. You can use this over and over again as long as you get all that excess powder off. Good golly, my fingerprints are all over this thing. Okay, now it's clean. So, I'm heat embossing it. Yeah, a few of the sentiments are a little blurry, but, it's nothing to cry about. If I really wanted that sentiment, I could just do it later. But most of them turned out pretty good. So this is definitely going into my collection here. And like I said, I do this in black, I do this in white, and I'm probably going to do it in clear embossing powder later. All right, this is funny. Guess how many times you think it takes me to cut this single sentiment strip? Any guesses? Any guesses? Let's see. "12 flipping times." At this time, I'd like to announce a formal title change of my blog name from It's Me JD to now It's Me OCD. Copyright, patented, trademark, TM. All right, back to finish this card. Like I said, I just cut out that sentiment 12 times and adhered to my card front. And I love these sentiments. Kathy Zilski, I believe, was the designer of these. And if we ever met, I think we'd be besties. Just saying. Kathy, holla at your girl. Send me a DM. I love you. Okay, bye. Oh, I'm so awkward. All right, I'm going to trim these down and add them to some white card bases, and I am through. If you like what you saw today, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks.